The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com.
Sheila, you're struggling with some jealousy of your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
Well, I've struggled with it all my life. To be honest with you, I've been married like 5 times because of it.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's something that I can't overcome no matter what I've done, and it's my husband said it's just like demonic. It's so bad. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Tell me what you do.
I just accuse him of everything. I mean, it could be a television set, a girl on TV, anything. It's just extreme jealousy that's just, and I know it's stupid. I know I shouldn't be that way, but still I can't control it, and I don't know what to do about it.
Okay. So the great thing is you're reaching out. You're not just saying, I know he's cheating on me. I know that.
He's not. I mean, in my heart, I know he's not, but in my mind, it just takes control over me. But I've been like this for years. I mean,
Since when?
Well, since 1981.
1981. What happened back in 1981 that made you feel jealous?
Well, see, I used to be on drugs and alcohol and drinking and all that stuff. Well, I started going to church and everything, and I got straight. And I overcame all that other stuff, but I got married, and I married this guy because, he was a Christian and everything. And but about 3 months after I was married to him, it just came up on me, and it's been on me ever since.
Okay, so what happened during that time, the 3 months? What's the essence of what went through your mind? You had gone from being on drugs to making a good effort to clean up your life. You find someone who's got a fairly clean, drug-free life. You marry him, and 3 months into the marriage, you start going ballistic. You start feeling very jealous that he's not interested in you or he's cheating on you, and you start to get what you call a demonic jealousy. What happened? What went on? What went through your mind back then, the best that you can recall now?
Well, see, ever since I was a little girl, I've always been abused,
Okay.
And then whenever I was 13, I was raped by some friends of mine. I thought they was my friends. I trusted them with my life. I can kind of see why I'm jealous, but I don't understand why I can't get over it.
Okay.
But then I got straight, and my little niece, she got sick with cancer, and she was 5 when she died. But
yeah.
About that time, that's when she started being sick, and then I don't know why my attention turned towards him. He would just do things. And I would see him do something, and he'd say, I wasn't doing that. But I would see him do it, just different. And it was just crazy stuff.
What stuff? Give me one sample.
I would like looking at somebody's rear end or something.
Okay. Well, let me tell you that if any guy is healthy, guess what they're going to do?
I know that.
When I'm on the beach with my husband, guess what I do?
Yeah, no.
I look at a few bodies, and if I see a real hot woman, I'll say, oh, my God, honey, you're missing that one. Look at how hot she is. So yes, I do. This is so.
I wish I was like that.
Well, but that's why I'm telling you that, because you want to give yourself some options. You don't want to tell yourself you can't overcome it, because obviously you are working in the direction of overcoming it, even by making the phone call, even by saying, I know it's not true, having some incredible empathy for yourself, Sheila, that you have been through lifetime traumas to be raped at such a young age, 13, by someone who was supposedly, in quote, a friend or friends, and to be abused as a young girl. It's very possible that you didn't grow up feeling that people are trustworthy.
Hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Ellen will be back.
Romance. I wish I knew more about what girls want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance, a serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
It's very possible that you didn't grow up feeling that people are trustworthy.
Well, I didn't. And then when I got in church, I thought, well, you could trust a Christian man maybe. And then, Jimmy Swaggart. he preached against it all this time, and then he did it. I'm like, every man's like that. Even my daddy
Okay.
cheating on my mother. So it's
Okay.
just like every man's like that. You know?
Okay, well, that is the thought that you need to get rid of. I am sitting next to a guy who is not like that, at least I hope. No, it's my hubby, and he has never cheated on me. That is a gift. Not every guy cheats on his wife. Yes, my husband will look at sexy women and I will look at sexy men. I came home the other day and said, "Oh my God, I saw a movie and you should see the muscles on this guy, honey." But it's not a threat to either one of us. It's just normal. If you see beauty, if you see someone ugly, you say, "Oh my God, they were really ugly." Well, you would say that about beauty too. If we go into a museum, we see an ugly painting, we say it. You don't want to be afraid of naming a fact, but that doesn't mean that I love this guy in the movies. I don't even know him, or that my husband is attracted to somebody else. He loves me, and I know that. So you want to build trust. You want to smash, pulverize, destroy, shred, burn that thought that all men are not trustworthy. It's okay to have the thought, Sheila, that some men are not trustworthy. And I've had the bad luck, not me, but I mean Sheila as yourself, you can say to yourself, I've had the bad luck of having a father who cheated on my mother, of having a history of people betraying me at a young age, the abuse and the rape. And I have therefore gotten into a defensive mode of protecting myself. That's my coping strategy, is kind of saying, not trusting, being ever vigilant that they're going to cheat on me. Another approach you could take is to assume that they're not going to cheat on you unless you see the lipstick on the collar and the perfume and the love notes from ladies. Then you know it. So they are innocent until proven guilty, and you don't have to spend your life proving them guilty. So that's just something to think about. You also could get some cognitive therapy for this. If you go to my website, drkenner.com, you could look at there's a link to cognitive therapists, and they could help you think about it differently and get rid of that premise that all men are untrustworthy, because that will lighten your load a lot and help you have a better marriage. So thank you so much for the call.
Thank you, darling.
And here's a little more from Dr. Kenner.
Look, I hate to cut this short, but I told some guys I'd meet them down at Duke's.
You're leaving?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, I'll walk you out.
Dad, I haven't seen you in 2 years. I stopped by and you're leaving in 10 minutes?
Oh, why don't we stop kidding ourselves? You don't really want to be here, and we don't really have anything to talk about.
At least I'm making the effort.
Oh, yeah. It's an effort to talk to me, huh? Well, I guess that's why you only bother coming home once a year at Christmas. But what the hell, I didn't go visit you in Boston either, did I? So, why don't we just drop this?
And that's from Fraser, believe it or not. And when you feel like you're not valued by your son or your father, and it falls into the category of a duty, it feels awful to be the object of pity. If you're visiting me only, son, you're visiting me only because you feel you have to, and we have to make a conversation, but let's face it, we have nothing to talk about. But then Fraser's father has this insight, oh my God, I didn't visit you in Boston either. And instead of feeling protective, instead of defending ourselves, wouldn't it be better to just reach out and have those conversations with our loved ones? Maybe they're, Dad, I always wish I could be a little closer to you, and I'm glad to be here now. It feels a little awkward, and I'd love to connect with you in a way that we never had in the past. That would be a very nice opportunity. So if any of you are having that thought, and you're facing the choice of either going the route of, oh, what's the use, why bother, who cares, when you think there is a chance that the person does care for you and that both of you are just being self-protective, you might try to risk reaching out to a loved one, whether it's a parent or a sibling, and I'm assuming the person wasn't vicious to you, but a parent or a sibling, or another lost friend maybe, someone from the past that you'd like to reconnect with.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad.
Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance, the Serious Romance Guidebook by clinical psychologist Dr. Ellen Kenner.
Another virtue that makes you lovable is honesty. Honesty is the refusal to fake reality. It is essential in a romantic relationship. Without it, you cannot have trust, which means you cannot rely on the character of your partner. How many times have you heard unhappy partners say, "I can't trust her," or "he broke my trust"? People typically lie for temporary gain, in the hope that by denying reality, they can temporarily recreate it based on their wishes. But it can't be done, and you can't escape knowing that fact, even if you can deceive your partner temporarily. You are making yourself unlovable, and privately, you will not admire yourself.
You can download Chapter 1 for free by going to drkenner.com, and you can buy the book at amazon.com.